And earlier today, President Trump reacted to the budget deal. Here's what he said.
This bill is a clear win for the American people. We brought lawmakers together from both sides of the aisle to deliver a budget that funds the rebuilding of the United States military, makes historic investments in border security, and provides health care for our minors and school choice for our disadvantaged children.
All right, joining us now from the Tuesday Study Group, Congressman Leonard Lance. All right, granted, there's only a few months, this budgetary bill. I know conservatives, sir, are frustrated that repeal and replace hasn't happened. I know you've worked very hard with Congressman Meadows, different groups working together. Do you think that passes, and are you convinced that the Republican leadership is able to fight for sanctuary cities, the border wall, defunding Planned Parenthood, and everything they said come September, or is this going to be another cave on their part?
No, Sean. I think we're all frustrated, and I lay the blame at the feet of Harry Reid, who didn't permit regular order last autumn, and that's why we're in the situation where we are today. And I want to make sure that Donald Trump is not blamed for a shutdown of the federal government. And you know as well as I do, Sean, that if the government were to shut down, the mainstream media would blame President Trump.
But it seems to be an inordinate fear among Republicans. Obama's president, they're afraid of a shutdown. Donald Trump's president, Republicans are afraid of a shutdown. And Mitch McConnell says, oh, we're never going to shut the government down. Doesn't that give away every bit of leverage you have?
I think we have made significant conservative gains in this CR, and I think that the Democrats have a spin machine. But, for example, the increased funding for the military, the increased funding for border security, including...
There are some wins in there. I was clear about that, but there's also there are also a number of issues. I mentioned them: sanctuary cities, Planned Parenthood, funding the border wall, for example. These are top priorities of the president. Now, he's kept a lot of promises. He deserves till September. But Republicans in the House, I know I speak for a lot of people, Congressman, they are mad. They're mad that it seems the Republican leadership was ill-prepared, didn't share the bill with anybody as it relates to health care, and there's a lack of urgency on their part, I think. And the second thing is they didn't build consensus between your group and Meadows' group and the Tuesday group and the Saturday drinking group and the moderates.
well, I'd like to know more about the Saturday drinking group because I'm not in that category. But let me
just
say,
invented it.
I know you did, Sean. Let me say that I think that there are conservative wins in this. And regarding sanctuary cities, we're going to win that issue in the Supreme Court. And the most significant accomplishment of the Trump administration so far, and I give Donald Trump personal credit for this, is the appointment and confirmation of Neil Gorsuch.
Agreed. He's kept a lot of his promises. We've laid him out here. I think what he said, do you think the Republicans, on these major issues he promised, are going to stand with him and shut the government down in September, if need be?
I don't think we're going to have to shut the government down in September, because I think the president is going to be able to negotiate successfully, and I think Democrats will have to come to the table, as I hope and expect that all Republicans will support the president, and we will move forward united, the Tuesday group and the Freedom Caucus, to make sure that we're supporting the president and his conservative priorities.
Thank you, Congressman. Always appreciate your time.
Thank you.